J Ross TV.
What's up, y'all? This your boy J Ross hanging out with my cat Erick Walls, guitar extraordinaire. We hanging out in St. Louis. No, we ain't in St. Louis. We in Belleville at the Me Too Music Studios, y'all. We couldn't make it to the basement because he got a fetish about small spaces, y'all. So we just rode over here. But I got to tell y'all, we honored to have him on J Ross TV, y'all. One of the most top sought after guitarists in the world, y'all. So, hey, man, all the folk, I just want to know probably just how you started and how you get to be so good.
Oh, man, well, God gets all the glory, man, I'm from North Carolina originally, moved to California.
Hold on, wait a minute. Duke or Tar Heels?
Oh, man.
You better say Tar Heels.
Look, I'm from Durham, the home of Duke, but I grew up in Chapel Hill a little bit, so, I'm a little conflicted when it comes to that.
No, that's what you call a diplomat, y'all. Hey, now get back to it though, dog. So, tell us the story about like when you was coming up and how you practiced and how you would push yourself.
Oh man, well, I grew up in a musical family. My father was a preacher and a singer, so music. All of my earliest memories are of music and musicians, and just it always been around me. I'm a fan first and foremost, but a lot of people I look up to, Kevin Wilson, Jack Russell, really got me into playing. So just as opportunities presented themselves, I went for it, and I was fortunate enough early on to get around the right people, and that's really from there, God opened a lot of doors, and it's been a long journey.
Now, did you like the fat Kevin Wilson or the skinny Kevin Wilson?
I like Kevin Wilson.
Oh, I'm just messing with you, kid. Hey, y'all, Kevin Wilson is the founder, CEO of the International Guitar Summit, y'all. But he done lost a lot of weight, y'all. So I'm just getting him a little static. But all right, E, now, so are your parents there? You getting into the music, man? So now, what was your practice regimen like?
My practice regimen, when it's something you love, you do it as much as you can. I remember being in school, high school, middle school, high school, and just daydreaming about getting home so I could practice, man. So, really every opportunity that I had, I practiced.
Yeah.
Was looking for ways and places to play. So, that comes with the territory,
Now, what you name your guitar, your first one?
You know what? I never named guitars.
Oh, man. You got to name her something. Gita.
No, I never did that, man.
Matilda. Gertrude or something, man. All right, you growing up. You got your practice regimen down. You starting to get gigs and everything. Now, on your first gig, if you can remember back or right in that area, were you shocked, afraid, or with all the attention and?
No, we grew up in church, man. So that's the best schooling one can have, and I remember realizing that people react to good playing. So that was really like what I focused on. I remember getting my first professional gig. I played with this old soul singer named Joe Simon. I was probably about 13 or so, and that was the first time I got paid. So,
oh yeah,
yeah. So that kind of once I put two and two together, I was like, oh wow, that added a whole other dynamic to it. But that was one of those things, man. But I look back at it, and I'm thankful for all the people who gave me opportunities and just really sewed into my life, and
Now, did you find it hard to kind of like break in, or were people receptive to you, or did you have to?
Pretty receptive to it. It was a thing of with guitar playing in church and stuff. I was able to get around some of the right people, and where I'm from, it's not a whole lot of people to play or whatever. So that kind of as I progressed, the opportunities kind of got better and better. So it was just a matter of being around the right people at the right time, I think.
Yeah. So all right, you're in church, you're throwing down, you're getting good. Decide, man, I got to move to California.
Well, you know what? Growing up, all of my, I'm a big reader. I always look at album credits and all that stuff. So.
Oh, I thought you meant like Hustler.
You throwing me under the bus, man.
I'm just teasing.
No, but look, growing up, I remember just reading credits. It's, every album that I like, I would read the credits, like, just wanting to find out who was who's doing what. So, there was a pattern with the stuff that I like, and I realized that the majority of the things I was really into, they were made in California. Most of the recordings, records, they were made in California, So, from as long I can remember being, probably 8 or 9, and realizing that you know, and seeing it on TV, like California was the place where things were happening, you know, so that had always been a dream of mine. So first opportunity that I got, I jumped at it.
Oh yeah,
and went for it.
Loaded up the truck and moved to Beverly.
So.
Hey, now was it hard when you first got there, like being a new guy on the block?
No, but I moved out there with some guys from back home. We were involved. We had a little label, and had some artists on the label.
Well, did you have any money?
Yeah, we had. It was funded. I got there in the '90s or late '90s or whatever, and Sunshine Anderson, Anthony Hamilton, a couple other artists, and that was like my introduction to the music industry, and that's when it was a lot of money being made. So I kind of saw it for what it was early on, and was able to everybody's connected in some. It's a really small industry, so you meet people through the one person to the next person. So the third day I was out there, I was playing out and just meeting people and just kind of
Yeah, but you wasn't scared at all to make that move. That's a big step for a young man.
Well, I realized the gift that God gave me, and the Bible says your gift will make rooms for you.
Yeah, but that ain't got nothing to do with gas and a place to live and
when you realize what you possess and what God has entrusted with you, you can't split your brain to have any doubt. My gift is if you realize what it is, your gift will take you anywhere you need to go in life. And I'm my faith is strong, and I know that this is my life's purpose. So that's pretty much no fear. We fear the unknown to a certain extent, but when you have dreams and aspirations, fear can't be in the equation, man.
Yeah. So you're out in California, you lighting it up, pouring gasoline all on your guitars and setting them on fire, cutting off chicken heads and all that kind of stuff. So what led you into the production field and songwriting and scoring for movies and all that?
I've pretty much been doing that since day one, since I've been out there. It's a multifaceted type of thing that's going on. I've always played, and I've always written songs, and this is a juggling thing. I just that's where the money is, and I've always enjoyed playing. So between the two, the schedule's always full, man. So.
Now you're out in California, you're hitting with your boys, you got your guitar laid up against the wall in the room and all that. Now you start thinking, I got to get Miguel, I got to get married. So how'd that come about,
Well, I met my wife. I met my wife when we were still in high school, and met her at church. Matter of fact, and she just, she's one of the people that was always my biggest supporter. She gets me. She's from back home also. So, it's one of those things where it just makes sense, man. And she's truly my other half.
Now, how long y'all been married now?
It'll be 11 years in April, next month.
Now, so you ever come off the road, she had to punch you in the head about something? Yeah.
None of that.
Well, it's all good, y'all. Once again, y'all, we at Me Too Music Studios. My boy Levi 2 King sitting behind me with the old funny cell phone. But so we gonna let E get ready to roll up out of here, y'all, so he can do his thing. We're supposed to be going to Sweetie Pies and see what they talking about, y'all. So this back, hey y'all, this Erick Walls. He in St. Louis for the Happy Guitar Haynes thing tonight. We're gonna let him roll up out of here. Hey, wait, first E man, where can they find you at, dude? Get that information, man, so you can
you can
make that
find
paper.
Me on on Twitter, Facebook, Erick Walls, ERICK, Walls, WALLS, on the social media sites, and just look out for me. I'm always posting, stuff that I'm doing and what I'm involved with. So
yeah. Hold on, quick question, E. Like when you on stage, man, say you and y'all planning for a packed stadium and whatnot, man, what is that feeling like for the cats who will never get to feel that feeling?
Man, it's amazing, man. To know that you're doing something. Well, first of all, we represent such a small percentage of people in the world that actually do it on a professional level. So never take it for granted. That's an amazing feeling to see people reacting to what you're doing, and just I'm always excited. It's always a blessing. It feels new every time.
Well, how you keep from getting the big head?
Well,
everybody calling your name.
I mean, it doesn't have to be me. I always realize that it's a blessing to be doing this. And it is not rooted in anything other than just God, having favor over my life. So it's nothing I'm doing. I'm just thankful, and I don't take it for granted at all, man.
All right, y'all, that's my boy E Walls. We in the loop. No, we ain't. We in Belleville, Illinois. Me Too Music Studio. I'm thinking we in the basement, y'all. We gonna let them roll up out of here, y'all. This J Ross with J Ross TV. We 10 million strong and we gone. Peace.